Hi, my name is Kelsey Amon. I'm in 11th grade at Northside High School, and this is my Laws of Life essay. Is there someone that makes you unable to imagine your life if you had never met them? Personally, I would not be the person I am today without the kindness of my grandfather. We had a very unique and unconventional relationship that was different from the traditional way a child sees and knows their grandpa. My memories with Pops included singing his old Navy songs whose lyrics I only now understand, laughing as he catcalled the nurses at the hospital, and being the weird one in school who exclusively watched the show Reba with their grandpa instead of cartoons like everyone else. However, these wonderful memories and laughs were corrupted by an ever-present fear because my fun-loving grandpa had a disease called dementia. Dementia is when a person is plagued with an ever-increasing forgetfulness that slowly morphs one's personality into that of a child, more or less. He was slowly forgetting his old Navy songs. The reason he made those comments to the nurses was because dementia had destroyed his filter and he did not remember what was socially acceptable. And he loved the show Reba because he didn't remember he'd already seen the episode we were watching twice. I had a relationship with the version of my grandpa's personality that dementia had already been tearing at for years. I don't remember what he was like before this disease started taking over his life, and that thought really started to bug me throughout elementary and middle school. My dynamic with my grandpa became even more confused when his health took a turn for the worst. He started going in and out of hospitals and nursing homes. The first time I visited him in a nursing home, I was genuinely afraid of what I would see. Would he still look like Pops? Would he act the same? How much of the man in there was my grandpa and how much was the disease? Because of these fears, I avoided seeing him for a long time. In the hospital, I was able to stay mostly in the lobby, and when I was in the room, it was easier to avoid actually interacting with him. But now I would have to talk to him and look him in the eye. When I finally could make no more excuses and had to go see him, I remember the whole place looking dark and uninviting. I walked in and my family was all standing behind a curtain because he was with a physical therapy nurse. I stood waiting for what felt like an eternity until the nurse came out and they opened the curtain. I walked up to his ridiculously high bed and looked him in the eye. He smiled at me and remarked, "The coffee here is terrible." I realized then that I had been incredibly selfish. I was letting my own fears keep me from having a relationship with my grandpa, a man I already had very limited time with. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do." I thought I would not be able to handle seeing my grandpa taken by this disease, but once I looked him in the face, I realized that even if he wasn't how he used to be, he was still my grandpa, and he still needed me. I only got about 2 years with him after that, and those were some of the hardest years of my life. But it was so worth it being able to have any amount of time with him. I realized that I can never take for granted the time I have with a family member, and it should never be forgone out of fear. On a much larger scale, I realized that I can't let fear of the unknown control my life. I began valuing the simpler and more important things in life, spending time with family, and really investing in my friends. Thank you.